So I wanted to make a quick video on how to configure the Dell H740p RAID controller in an H12SSl motherboard. I have the -I variant, but I believe there's a variety of motherboards made by Supermicro this should apply to. You may want to make sure your BIOS is up to date, but there are risks to doing that, so I wouldn't do it if it's not necessary. And first thing you want to do is make sure your motherboard is set for the boot mode UEFI, as you can see on top of the screen here. And then from there, if you go to Advanced, you'll see all your PCI Express cards listed. I also have an HP A330 in here, which not really much you can configure in it. But yeah, so this is the H740p. And the first thing you're probably going to want to do, depending on if this card's new to you or not, is go to Set Factory Defaults and just reset it to defaults. After you set factory defaults, you're going to want to go to Main Menu, and then Controller Management, and then Advanced Controller Management, and then Manage Controller Mode, and just make sure you have it in the mode you want. The menus might be slightly different depending on which mode it's in. If it's in Enhanced HPA or RAID mode. I want it in RAID because I plan on using it for RAID though. Once you have it in the mode you want, you're going to want to go back to the main menu and go to Configuration Management and create virtual disk. I want a RAID 5 in my case, and I need to select the disks, so I'm going to go to select physical disks, and I'm going to go through and select the drives I want in this RAID, which are going to be these 480 gigabyte SATA SSDs. You can also check all or uncheck all. I'm going to select apply, and from there I'm going to do a fast initialization and just double check my settings. Everything looks good, so I'm going to create a virtual disk. And it's a little weird in this setup, but you can't select yes without selecting confirm first, clicking enabled, then clicking yes, or well, hitting enter. And it's been successful. So I can't create any more virtual disks because I already used up my drives. And let's see here, I'm going to look at my virtual disks. You can see right there it's working. I can see which disks are connected, along with additional settings. And I believe you can probably change, it'll let you change some of the settings, it looks like, but not all of them. But I don't want to change those settings. Everything should be good in here. Now, there isn't a way to view the logs that I could figure out on here. Whoops, I'll go back here because you can see here it says needs attention. And oops, where did I get the logs? There we go. I clear controller events, I can save controller events, I can save debug log, but I did not see a way to save the logs, so it looks like the only way to do that would be to save a file, and I'm not sure what those drives are, so you might want to plug in a flash drive to save to. But either way, it's time to reboot. I'm going to save changes and reset and go into Windows next. Alright, so I'm booted into Windows now, and you can see the RAID 5 array I made that's labeled disk 10. I do need to format it real quick. And yeah, so it is formatted now. And don't mind all those unknown devices. Where's storage controller? And you can see there's the H740p there. Now I believe alright, drive L. I believe it should show in here that, oh, there it is. Yeah, so there's the drive, and being that it's a RAID 5, it should be fairly fast considering all the cache that this controller has. Probably not NVMe fast, but pretty fast. And I think I'm going to let this run and show the results. Alright, so I'm done with the benchmark of the RAID 5 array I just built. And these are the results. So on the left here, that's the RAID 5 array. This drive on top right is a 12 gigabit per second SAS SSD, but it's only connected through a like SATA breakout cable, so it's losing a lot of its performance capabilities. And this is a PCIe Gen 4 NVMe drive, and yeah, performance is pretty impressive. Not quite as fast as the NVMe, and it technically won't be as fast as the SAS drives because 6 of these will be going in a RAID Z1 and TrueNAS, but compared to a single SAS SSD, it's screaming along. But yeah, performance wise, pretty impressive, and hopefully the configuration help is of use. You may, depending on how you plan on using the card, you may want to get the MegaRAID Storage Manager to check the card. I need a keyboard for this. But in my case, I'm using this for ESXi, so I will be doing different things. But if for some reason you're using this RAID controller with Windows, you might want to get the MegaRAID Storage Manager so you could manage the card. Here it is right here. I don't know if I can see. Yeah, I don't think I can see logs in this utility, but you can see things like temperatures. So this card's currently at 50°C, and this is my HP 330, which is running a little bit cooler. But yeah, either way, hopefully that's helpful, and thanks for watching.